honest and talking about their what's going on. In the last year or so, I've noticed that there's a whole lot of people who are continuously getting sick over and over and over again, and with some pretty bad sicknesses, And a lot of these individuals I've noticed also went in to go get the jab. So um, what I've noticed is that a lot of people who went in and got the jab, they have been succumbing to sickness after sickness in the last 12 months or so, and recently quite a bit. So in that video, when I was talking about that, I stated that me in the last few years, I've only gotten sick maybe a couple times. We all pretty much got sick in some way, in some form, in the last 3 years. Maybe we had a cold or the flu, or we had some sort of symptoms of COVID, or the coronavirus, or we had some form of the COV2, the SARS-CoV-2, or maybe we had the BATG13, whatever it is that we had within us. Um, a lot of individuals have gotten sick, right? And I noticed when I got sick a long time ago, and I haven't noticed lately actually, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with the sun. I started having these issues. I don't know if you can even see it or not. Can you? I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of splotchy, I guess. I started getting these issues where the I got little white spots here, and it's kind of like little scab spots. I started getting these like little bumps and hives or something like that, and I don't know what that was from or whatever. They seem to have gone away. It got really bad. My friend gave me some hemp lotion to try with tea tree, and I believe that really helped a lot. Um, so I just wanted to say that a lot of people have been getting sick and stuff, and so I wanted to make a video today to let you know. I believe I got sick. Um, I've been having issues. I have, as you can see, I got teeth issues. I've had dental issues for a really long time. And when you're having teeth issues and you get infections and stuff, that really does affect your whole body. So right now my body is like on a decline, and my immune system isn't the strongest right now. I have a sinus infection because of everything that's going on in my jaw and my teeth and stuff. And so um, I've been having this constant like sinus infection or like a drain. So you may see me from time to time like constantly blowing my nose or something like that. But that's really just my sinus infection, which I guess you can say is an illness or a sickness. But it's more about my dental stuff, and the fact that I don't have a dentist doesn't help at all. But because my immune system is down, because I'm not in 100% um, optimum health right now, I do believe that I've gotten sick. I've noticed that I have a kind of a deep cough in my chest a little bit. My throat was slightly sore, and and that was just in the last, like, I don't know, like last week. My throat was slightly sore, but not much. Today I woke up and I had this like little bit of a cough, but we were also out in the cold yesterday. We were vending out out in the cold, so I probably just developed a little bit of a cold or a cough being out there. It's now snowing outside too, so the weather changed drastically from really warm weather to really cold weather. So it's possible that I might have some sort of just a little bit of a cold. And so I just wanted to document this to let you guys know that when I made that video, I was actually surrounded by a whole bunch of people who were sick. My daughter was sick, had just recently gotten over some sort of a um, sore throat, cough, runny nose, then was having nausea issues and vomiting. Um, and then my wife and our 4-year-old also seemed to have had runny noses and really sick last week or so. And so I've been around them. the whole time, taking care of them. And I think I finally maybe came down with something. And as you can see, like, I'm no right now. I'm not just brutally coughing throughout this whole thing. Like, I don't have a cough, but like you can hear that, right? Also, though, because I partake, and it's a morning ritual. A lot of people don't realize that this herb here is actually it's an expectorant, and it helps to remove gunk from your lungs. And there's a lot of other things like that, like osha and mullein and maybe white sage. Um, there's a lot of different medicines. Um, ginger root. There's a lot of different medicines that help to release and remove toxins and stuff. It's an expectorant. It helps to remove things out. So it's also possible that this cough that I have this morning is just something of gunk just trying to get out, and using the expectorant help to remove to start that. So I think if anything, the only reason why I'm coughing this morning is because my body is using a natural herb or remedy to help remove some things that maybe I picked up. And but as you can see, I'm not like I'm not like openly sick. I wanted to be 100% truthful and honest with you guys because I made that post and I made that video when I was surrounded by people who were sick. Check this out. A few years ago, when everyone was having issues with going into the hospital for a lot of symptoms and things, and they were basically shutting off, like only the patient could go in, and there were no visitors allowed, and stuff like that in the ER, right? My wife and our 4-year-old came down with Shigella, and I don't know if you guys know what Shigella is, but it's highly contagious, and you're supposed to basically quarantine, and the hospital did not diagnose properly. So everyone in the emergency room got exposed to Shigella. Everyone who used the bathroom that my wife used in the ER at Presbyterian Hospital, they got exposed to Shigella. If you ever got Shigella, I believe that there's an open lawsuit about this, and you could possibly sue Presbyterian for not doing their due diligence in diagnosing my wife properly with Shigella and our son properly. They went in because they were severely sick with blood in their stool and extremely ill, and they basically got pushed out of the ER room and said, "You guys need to wait outside of the ER." And the nurse ran back up to my wife and was so happy, ran up to her. "I got your result. You don't have COVID." And that's all I cared about. There was no other test. They did no other sort of examinations or any sort of bacterial kind of diagnosis or like nothing. There was nothing done. So they're they messed up pretty bad. But what's the crazy thing is that I was around them the whole time and I never got sick, guys. So I don't know if my immune system is just extremely strong. I mean, right now I'm fighting off an infection and I'm not using anything really besides teas and natural remedies, maybe a little garlic, extra garlic, things like that. But other than that, I'm uh I'm just naturally healing myself from within with my own body, trying to keep the vibrations and frequencies of my body up, and also holding that energy into where the issues are within my teeth, within any sort of pains or anything like that. But I just wanted to share with you guys that I do believe I'm sick. I'm like, maybe, I don't know. I haven't checked my fever. I don't think I have a fever, nothing like that. I just know that I have a little bit of a cough. as you heard, but it could also be because I'm using a natural herb and expectorant that's just helping me out. But it feels a little bit more than just, my normal daily issue. So I'm just reporting, just to be as much as transparent as the glass man can be. So I wanted to let you guys know the very first time that I would get sick, and I would report from that day, which was, what was it, 11/11. So from November 11th on, I'm gonna just do a report anytime I get sick, and that way you can see like the frequency of my illness and my sicknesses compared to maybe like your own, or maybe like some of your friends or your family members. Maybe you'll notice that there are individuals who are getting a lot uh, get sick more often these days, a lot more often and more frequently, and or maybe just longer durations. Like some people have said that they've been sick since Halloween and they haven't been able to kick it, and they're like, oh, I just got this lingering cough. Oh, I just got this lingering some sort of condition or symptom, right? And they're just accepting it as the norm. Like, oh, well, that's just now how my body is. And that's an interesting thing. It's kind of like me and my sinus infection, and I've accepted it as the norm. Um, Although I do need to do some due diligence to actually try to combat it a little bit better. Do a neti pot, um, have teas as often as I possibly can, doing more garlic cleansing, more sea salt rinses, and also oil pulling with coconut oil to help my teeth and to help with everything that's going on with this infection here. But other than that, I might have a cold, but I just wanted to let you guys know that it's possible that I could be sick, slightly, like like this much. All right, I see some flurries are coming down right now, so I'm about to venture out in the snow, and we'll see. We'll see what the day brings. But just wanted to give you guys a quick report. It's nothing serious or anything like that. Just letting you know that I may have gotten slightly sick, just a little bit. And I just wanted to have that full clarity since I made that video on 11/11, or actually it was 11/12, but ever since 11/11, just to let you know, um, the I'm gonna come report live whenever I'm sick. So if I ever have like a fever, or have like some sort of issues with my stomach issues, or you know diarrhea, or some sort of a cold, a flu, if like, we'll never know if I get COVID. And let me talk about that real quick. I'm gonna grab something. Hold on one sec. Okay, so I just wanted to check something out. Looking over the whole entire box. Sorry, it's upside down, but okay. what I wanted to talk to you about was the fact that I have a whole bunch of these, right? I came across them. What I wanted to do was do an experiment because we started hearing how these they don't work. They're not really meant for checking to see if you're actually got something or not or whatever. And then people were saying that they were able to like take like I don't know what it was, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, Red Bull, things like that, and it would actually test positive. It's like, well, why does that happen? So I've got a whole bunch of these guys. I somehow came across these. Let's see if we can find. These are, I believe, unopened. I don't know if there's an expiration date. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe it was manufactured 01/2023. Oh, oh, can you see that? It's not gonna let me zoom into that, huh? Like, come on, camera. Really? All right. Well, it says 01/2023, and that sucks because you know what? Here, let me see if I can flip this around, and I can get a better shot of this because I really need you guys to be able to read this. So you can see, so I'm not just making things up. Oh, come on. It's not gonna work. That's sad. Why does it not zoom? It's not focusing. I'm trying to press the button to focus and it's not focusing. Okay, we're just gonna talk about it, guys. This test here, it's a Clini test. It's from Siemens Healthineers. It's a rapid COVID-19 antigen self-test, right? I want to show you guys something that you need to know about. Okay? Oh my gosh, how many of these are there? Okay. So you pull out, there's a lot of these. I guess, I don't know how many or whatever. There's a bunch of swabs in here, is what it looks like. I've never actually opened up one of these things. Okay? So check that out. Brand new, right? Straight out the box. I'm not opening this because it's dangerous. Okay? And I want to tell you why it's dangerous. If you look here, you can pull out your very own. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, no, we had it. We had it all zoomed in. That was good. That was good. Come on. It had it. Here, let's try that again. And it just had that zoom right there. There it is. Sterile. EO. Disposable swabs, right? See that? And tells you how it works and all that stuff and everything. Right? Made in China. It's got all that info, right? But this is what you need to look into. Everyone is out there testing themselves these days. They're using these swabs without educating themselves on what EO is. What is EO, guys? Sterile EO. Don't use these, guys. EO is ethylene oxide. Look it up. Quit testing yourself with this crap and getting yourself sick over and over and over and over and over again. All you guys are doing is diminishing your own health by testing yourselves to see if you have this crap here. This was a pandemic in order to get rid of a lot of the population on this planet, and you guys fell for it, 80% of the world population. So now we're going to be basically trying to determine who gets sick, who doesn't get sick, how often we get sick. And that's why I'm going to be documenting this. I'm slightly sick. with maybe a little tiny bit of a cold. And throughout this whole video, as you've seen, I haven't had to blow my nose. I haven't had to do anything really except cough a couple times. I just want to have that 100% clarity to let you guys know that I'm going to be transparent about that video. I was serious about it because I'm really worried and concerned about a lot of my friends and my family members, these individuals who are continuously getting sick and sicker over and over and over again. It seems like this lingering sickness doesn't go away. It seems like this long COVID or whatever people got, it's really affected them in a bad way. And I think by using these things is exasperating it. It's allowing you to continuously stay sick, and it's giving you false positives. Doesn't work anyways. We will be using these. I will open these, but I will open them with probably wearing a face mask, probably going outside with them and testing to see if they're going to give me a false positive for things like Red Bull and sodas and things like that, and even just plain water. Let's test water and even see what water does, and filtered water compared to tap water. We've got this many tests, guys. I'm not going to be testing myself. I've tested myself for work. During the movies, when I was working on Better Call Saul season 6, they made us all wear masks on set. We had to wear the N95 mask, even though I had a proper Norwex mask that, it blocked out 0.01 microns at 85%. So it's pretty much close to the 91%, the N90 or N95%. And so they forced us to wear those masks. Those masks have fiberglass in them, and they create a lot of other issues too. And then they forced us to get tested so we can even be on set. And then they tested us like 2 or 3 times during that week while we were on set. So I believe I've been tested a total of 3 or 4 times in the whole last few years. So I may have messed myself up with some of this ethylene oxide that was in their test. I don't know if every test swab has the EO in it or if they have other things in it, but I highly recommend you guys look into what ethylene oxide is and what kind of harm it can cause you and your family members. I highly advise you stop testing with these. I forget who it was. Was it Dr. Malone or the I don't know which doctor, but one of those doctors claimed to have been the developer of this what are these, the NPC tests, and he claimed that they're not supposed to work for checking this, and so using them over and over again is not good. Also, these are probably made with micro needling, the MN or micro needling, and what that is little tiny nano needles that when you swab yourself, you're actually like stabbing yourself in your nose, and you're opening up your membrane to your skin, allowing for that EO to then penetrate right up into your nasal membrane, which is really close to your third eye and your pineal gland and your brain and everything else, guys. So just wanted to give you guys some information, let you know I may be a little sick, maybe, if you want to call this a sickness. This is what I call me being sick. So with that being said, I wish you guys the best of health, the best that you can. Do what you can to detox, do what you can to eat organically, do what you can to help yourself and your own health, and then to help your friends, your family members to also understand that they're actually harming themselves when they're just trying to be concerned about their own health. And they're erroneously and ignorantly, because ignorance means that you just don't know the knowledge. You're just ignorant to the knowledge. So let's share this information about ethylene oxide. No one is talking about this yet, guys. I don't hear anyone really talking about this online on YouTube or anything. This is something that we just barely found out, and we are now going to be sharing this out. So please help us in sharing this information, this knowledge. And if I get sick again, or if this becomes worse this week, I'll come back live and I'll be like, oh, it got worse or whatever. But if not, then that means that this is the worst of it. And I guess the next time I'm sick, if you can call this being sick, but the next time I'm sick, I guess I'll go live and I'll share. And in between that, or maybe on that live, maybe we'll do some of those tests with the water, tap water, Red Bull, different sodas, different things like that. You guys let me know all the different things in the comments below. What were some of those false tests that people were trying out? I know that one was Red Bull. I'm pretty sure. And I think sodas like Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper, but I'm not 100%. So please comment below on some of those false tests that you guys heard as well. And I'll make sure to do those live with you guys on one of these next videos coming up. All right, you guys be safe. Please share this information. This is serious. The ethylene oxide, they're poisoning us, guys. And they're doing it without you guys knowing. But now you know, right? Knowledge is power, right? And knowing is half the battle. All right, we'll see you guys soon.